Hello, welcome to the Fairy Realm Meditative Journey. I did this yesterday live and the recording didn't happen properly, so I wanted to come on live and do it again. And I'll just talk very briefly about the Fairy Realm and then we'll dive into a meditative journey. I have indicated Innocence Project as the organization that will receive funds. So if you would like to donate, please go ahead and donate to Innocence Project. So the Fairy Realm, there's another video I've made about this. So we can certainly go back and watch that, listen to that. But fairies exist in energetic realms, so in other dimensionally, so in the same way as we might perceive angels, spirit guides, or guides, spirit, angels. So we're almost never seeing fairies with our 3D eyes. We might see them in our minds. Imagination counts. We might hear something that makes us feel fairies are there. We might feel something physically or emotionally, or we might just have a knowing that the fairies are there. So in this meditative journey, I'm going to guide you through a visualization, but if you are not a visualizer, I want you to just pay attention to the feelings that occur as we move through different energies. Fairies are particularly fond of and found in nature, so our meditative journey will take place going through nature today. And I just ask, I don't want to give you too much and dictate what your experience is. So I would just ask that you remain open and curious and imaginative and playful. That is the fairy way. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Allow yourself to sink into a relaxed state, letting your eyes close. Bringing your focus to your breath. Letting your breath sink deep into your root, into your tailbone, into the earth. We're actually establishing a channel now from your body, from your tailbone down into the earth. So see if you can see or imagine energy moving from your body down into the earth and from the earth up into your body. Letting that energy, that earth energy, rise up into your heart. And once you feel that earth energy in your heart, let your shoulders relax and allow the top of you, from the heart up, the front of your body, the crown of your head, above the shoulders, let that open to receive the sky above you. Feeling the sky energy coming down into your body and meeting the earth in your heart space. Feeling the heart space expand. Or even just imagining your heart expanding. And I want you to begin to imagine yourself walking through nature. Anywhere that feels good to you, anywhere at all. If you are at a beach in your mind, make sure that you can see trees somewhere nearby. So walking through nature, noticing what you feel, what you see. And let's set this walk at either dawn or dusk. These are the liminal times, the in-between times, when fairies kind of come alive, because that is where fairies live, in the liminal realm. So walking along dawn or dusk, noticing, smelling, feeling, seeing, hearing. And continue walking along until you find your way to a tree of some kind. And I want you to touch the tree, feel the tree. If you want to hug the tree or lean your back up against it, just really take a moment to be with this beautiful tree. And as you run your hands down the bark of this tree, letting yourself drop to sit in the crook of its roots or at the base of this tree. Just relaxing, enjoying this beautiful tree. And the more you sit and kind of inspect and touch and feel and get to know this tree, you notice down by the ground a fairy door, a small door. It looks kind of magical, kind of special. And as soon as you think that you might like to open it, as soon as that thought occurs, you become the size that you need to be in order to move through that door. Open the door, walk in, walk through, and immediately there's a pool of water. So I want you to take a dip in that pool and come out. And when you come out, you are in the fairy glen. You are in the area filled with fairy energy. And there's one fairy in particular who comes to greet you and lead you in. So let this fairy lead you in to the fairy glen and introduce you to the fairy who is here for, meant for, present for you. Your fairy guide, your fairy helper, your fairy friend for today. And just take a moment. And do you perhaps meet a fairy version of yourself? And we'll take another minute just to be in the fairy realm, to notice, to listen, to receive. Are there particular gifts, messages, questions that come to you in the fairy realm? And as you feel you might be getting ready to leave, if you're watching this later and you're not ready to leave, you can pause me. As you feel you're getting ready to leave, there's one more fairy who comes up and tries to get you to stay. You have to say no to this fairy. It's hard, it's tempting. You could stay in fairyland forever. You have to say no to this fairy. Find the fairy who led you in. Let that fairy lead you back to the pool of water. Take a dip in the pool of water and exit the fairy realm, the fairy glen, through the fairy door. Find your way back to your seat by the tree and just take a moment to let this experience integrate. Is there something you've learned? Is there a new curiosity or question that you have? New insight? Stand up, stretch, hug your tree, give your thanks to the fairies, to yourself, to all of the nature you've experienced. And allow yourself to come back to your regular state. And take a moment to reflect, journal, write down what showed up for you. Even if nothing showed up for you, you were feeling resistance, take a moment to reflect, see if there's any processing around that. And the reason we did a fairy realm meditation is because the fairies are super present right now at this season, but also as I am writing the curriculum for the Flower Essence Healing Practitioner training, the fairies are super present and they want to be known by you. So that's why we did this. The fairies are asking to be more in your world, and they're asking me to share with you. So I am. I will post this on YouTube a little bit later today and on IGTV. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful, beautiful, magical day.